UFC 281, Israel Adesanya defending the belt against Alex Pereira is going to be the toughest fight of Israel Adesanya's career. All right, you probably saw the news by now. UFC 281 is going down in Madison Square Garden, one of the greatest venues on the planet, and it will be headlined by none other than Israel Adesanya, the Last Stylebender, taking on Alex Pereira. Yes, the bogeyman of Israel Adesanya's career. Now, if you know the history, okay, you probably know. Come on, everyone knows. They fought twice before in kickboxing, and Izzy lost twice before. Now, the first fight, I believe, was very, very close. Israel feels like he was kind of screwed by the judges. The second fight, according to Izzy, I was talking to him the other day, he said he was winning the fight, and then it was a big thunderous left hook from Alex Pereira that left him out cold. And that was incidentally the last fight that Izzy had in kickboxing before making the switch over to mixed martial arts, where he quickly took over the sport. Let's be honest, he came in with that tremendous kickboxing background, put it to great use, and nobody could stop him. Nobody could beat him. Listen, when you fight Israel Adesanya, the theory is easy. The game plan's simple. Take him down. He's a kickboxer. Use the wrestling, take him down. So far, no one's really been able to do that. Even when people have taken him down, they haven't been able to hold him down. Of course, I'm talking about the middleweight division, because that is what Jan Blachowicz did. When Izzy stepped up, when he dared to be great, tried to become a two-weight division champion, when he went up against Jan Blachowicz, 4th and 5th round, he got taken down and held down. But that was a bigger guy. Jan Blachowicz is a very big light heavyweight, heavier man, stronger as well. Middleweights haven't been able to do that, okay? They haven't been able to take him down, and then therefore they are forced to stand with him. Okay, and then that's Izzy's world. He's a tremendous kickboxer. The reflexes are ridiculous. The shot selection, the eye that he has, the speed, the leg kicks. I mean, look at that beatdown that he put on Paulo Costa. I mean, come on. He literally fucked Paulo Costa twice.
That's fucking illegal.
Once in the fight and once after the fight. But still, we're not here to talk about that, because that might get me kicked off YouTube. But that fight against Paulo Costa showed what Izzy is capable of. Now, Izzy gets a bit of flack lately. People saying he plays it safe. He's taking it easy. He's not taking any risks. He's not entertaining the fans.
Oh, he's so boring. Blah, 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 blah.
That's true. You know, well, it's not true that he's not entertaining the fans. He's not involved in these crazy slobber knocker, back and forth slugfest that have everyone going crazy. He's a technical fighter. He's a strategic fighter. He doesn't take risks. It's the art of hitting and not getting hit. The reality is, you want to be able to put a sentence together when you're in your mid-50s or late 40s like I am. You know, he's doing the right thing. He's winning. He's in an entertaining fashion, doing it in an entertaining fashion. But this fight now against Alex Pereira, that will be different. Listen, Robert Whittaker, tremendous fighter. Couldn't take him down. Landed some good shots. Close fight, but Izzy clearly won. Next time out against Jared Cannonier. That was the one that had people complaining. Apparently people were leaving the stadium, leaving the audience. I don't know why they were doing that. The fight was certainly not that bad at all. Wasn't the most exciting fight you'll ever see, but it was an enjoyable strategic chess match. So I'm not sure why they were doing that. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about this. UFC 281 is going down. Alex Pereira is the opponent, and he's coming into this one with a record of 6-1 in professional MMA. So it's a fast track to a title shot, that's for sure, but he's 3-0 in the UFC so far. Last time out against Sean Strickland, knocked him out in the first round, 2 minutes 36, beautiful left hook, put Sean Strickland to sleep. Now, if you know the sport, if you follow the sport, you know that Sean Strickland was kind of closing in on a title fight. So if you beat the man, you become the man. So now he is the #1 contender, and with the backstory that Izzy and Pereira have, this fight makes absolute total sense. But Alex Pereira, familiar territory. You know, he's fought at Madison Square Garden. He's experienced what it's like. You know, when you're fighting in those huge venues with so much history, you're almost in awe of where you are as a fighter, but he's been there once before. And speaking of being there before, Israel Adesanya has certainly been there, done it, got multiple t-shirts, right? He's been the middleweight champion for a long time. By far one of the biggest sports in the UFC today. And he's been there. He knows those feelings. He knows the big moments. He knows the crowds. And he also knows Alex Pereira. Now, Alex Pereira, let's talk about the fight. Because after Izzy's last one against Jared Cannonier, Dana White said at the press conference,
I absolutely positively guarantee you that the next fight that Israel Adesanya fights will be absolutely nuts.
And of course, it's easy to dismiss Dana there and say, now that's just a promoter being a promoter. But no, he knew what he was talking about. He's talking about Alex Pereira. The way Alex Pereira fights, he's a killer. When he fought Israel Adesanya, he goes forward. He's very, very aggressive, okay? More aggressive than Izzy. So you have to fight fire with fire. Okay, Izzy has been around the UFC for a long time, and he's got better. Since he came to the UFC, he's done nothing but improve. Alex Pereira's coming into this one. Of course, he's going to be very confident. He's got 2 wins over the man, and the last one was by knockout. In the UFC's 3-0, last time out against Sean Strickland, by knockout. And this is essentially going to be the third fight, a third rematch of a kickboxing fight. I don't think either man is going to go for a takedown. I really don't, you know. Alex Pereira's training with Glover Teixeira. That's his head coach, and Glover Teixeira is credited as having some of the best MMA grappling in the UFC. So Glover Teixeira is going to be showing him all the tricks, all the takedowns, all the submission escapes, takedown defense mainly if you're training Alex Pereira, a kickboxer. And I'm sure that's what Izzy focuses on. Now listen, I'm sure both men know how to hit a little single leg, do a little outside trip, maybe a double leg here and there. But if either man is putting the guy on the canvas, they're going to knock them down. As I always say, best takedown in the game, left hook. And it's a left hook that dropped Sean Strickland and the left hook that knocked out Israel Adesanya. So who do I think wins this fight? It's an early prediction. We don't know how it's going to go down. Let's be honest right now. It's some time out. I hope I'm there. Fingers crossed I'll be there covering it for one of the many outlets that I work for. But I'm excited. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I think Israel Adesanya. I think Israel Adesanya and still. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be exciting. I think Israel Adesanya is going to be pushed to the limit. I think he's going to take some shots. But I also think that he's grown into this champion, into this superstar, into this celebrity. And with that, with great power comes great responsibility. And he's getting better and better. He knows the threat that he's up against. Now, the danger is, this isn't kickboxing, it's MMA. The relevance being 4-ounce gloves. If Pereira can knock him out in boxing gloves or 10-ounce gloves, he can certainly knock him out in 4-ounce gloves. So Izzy is going to be incredibly careful. He's going to take the training camp to the absolute next level, as is Pereira. It's a big deal for both of them. But I just think with the experience in the UFC, with the improvements that I've seen from Israel Adesanya and the lifestyle that he has, I just feel like Israel Adesanya gets the job done. But I tell you what, it's not a confident pick. It really isn't. And I love what Alex Pereira brings to the table. And I love the fact that we're going to see 2 of the best strikers in the UFC going absolute toe-to-toe. It's going to be war. I think we're going to see more strategy on the side of Izzy. We're going to see a lot of aggression on the side of Alex Pereira. And I think that the whole of Madison Square Garden is going to lose their goddamn mind. UFC 281 is going to be sensational. I think, it's just a hunch, I think we're going to see Paddy the Baddy on there against God knows who. I don't know, but he said he's outgrown the O2. I think we'll probably see his sidekick, Molly McCann, there as well. But still, there it is. UFC 281. Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira going down. I got the champ and still. What about you? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Take care.